Hey everybody, what's up? It's Katie here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a recipe video, so welcome to my kitchen. So this recipe is going to be a healthy, hearty pasta dish because it's winter, so I feel like we need a little wintry dish, some comfort food, but you don't want that guilt to come with it, so we want it to be healthier, but it's still pretty creamy. It's vegan and gluten-free. All those LA things. So the reason I put this meal as budget friendly is because I think it's a perfect thing to cook if you are in college, if you're newly graduated of college, in an apartment. I think that sometimes if you're trying to save money, obviously fresh food, you are going to want to buy a lot of that, your fresh veggies, your fresh fruit, and everything like that. But a great way to save money is to buy everything canned without any BPA. So make sure the can isn't lined with BPA. If you buy in cans, you can usually buy more for what it's worth. So back here I bought like some canned lentils, some canned tomatoes and stuff, and I actually bought like 4 at a time, and it came out to cheaper than it would be as it's fresh. And also, if you're a traveling girl like me, you guys can keep this in your cupboard for absolutely months. And so that's why I kind of like it sometimes, because this is a meal that I can cook and nothing has to be refrigerated, so I can just come home from the 3-week trip like I just did, come home and cook this, and it is very healthy and it's a very good comfort food. Maybe add in some fresh vegetables with this every now and then, of course, because sticking to canned foods isn't necessarily the healthiest for you every single day or every single meal, but every once in a while it's great to stock up on some canned foods, some canned lentils, canned tomatoes. So what we're making today, I'm going to show you the ingredients. I have this creamy butternut squash soup and it is vegan. It's really freaking good. You guys can either use it as your appetizer and just heat it up. I'm actually going to put it into my sauce. Artichoke hearts for our good veggies, some diced tomatoes, all for the sauce, lentils, some garlic, some coconut cream, so this is gonna make it very creamy but also vegan, some elbows, and these are gluten-free. So my sister's gluten-free, and so we always kind of buy the more gluten-free type things just because my sister needs to eat it too. Dry rice broccoli. So I'm gonna throw this a little bit into the sauce. It kind of gives it that like basil look, a little bit of greens in there. Got just your basic tomato basil and with no added sugar. So let's get right into it. First things first, we are going to want to boil some water. For the pasta sauce, I want you guys to grab some olive oil, the saute pan on simmer, and the first thing we are going to do is add in a little bit of this organic minced garlic. I swear I work out. All right, so you just need a little bit of that minced garlic right there. Then I want to add in these nice artichoke hearts. All right, I'm gonna throw these in there. I'm gonna kind of just break them up a little bit with my fingers. All right, that looks good. These black lentils. The way I love it is because it kind of adds that bolognese. Did I say bolognese right? Bolognese. I'm just going to put some of these in the sauteing pan. Next step, I'm gonna grab these tomatoes. Again, I'm just using about half of the can of these tomatoes. And by now, your water is probably boiling, so I'm gonna grab my pasta and put it in there. Throw in a little bit of this rice broccoli. You guys can actually add any vegetable you have to this dish, by the way. These are just some vegetables I wanted to show you that you guys can preserve for a very long time. Again, if you're a college girl and maybe you don't have a refrigerator, or I lived in a house with 7 girls, so our refrigerator was always like super stocked. So maybe if you're looking something for stuff that you guys can always keep in your cabinet and have ready on command when you don't know what to cook, this is the perfect thing. Then I'm gonna throw in the tomato basil sauce. So it's organic, no sugar added. Then I'm going to throw in a little bit of this butternut squash. It's really thick and creamy, so it makes the sauce so good. We're also gonna get that creaminess from the coconut cream, but it adds this like cheesy element to it that I love. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of it. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love vodka sauce pasta. It's probably my favorite thing ever, and I know it's made with heavy cream. This is kind of like guilt-free creamy pasta. Let's mix it on up. So I'm going to leave this on simmer until the pasta is cooking. Pasta is ready. I'm gonna go over there in the sink and drain it out. All right, you guys, I feel like this was a super quick meal to make too. It really didn't take that much time. I mean, my sauce took maybe 5 minutes. The pasta to boil took maybe 7 minutes. And so it's a really easy thing that you can just grab a couple cans, throw it on the saute pan, and have a nice meal. So I'm gonna take this nice sauce, throw it on top of my noodles. I feel like this is kind of like an elegant version of a really cheap college budgety meal. Easy Mac meals or our cup of noodles, that's like the classic stereotype college, maybe young girl apartment meal. They're not the most elegant pasta dish, but I'm just trying to show you something maybe a little bit more practical or realistic for you. I'm gonna try this. It's so good. Scratch that, this is an elegant meal. Hope you guys really enjoy this meal. I'll be here eating this because it's freaking delicious. If you try this recipe, let me know what you think, what you didn't like about it. I love hearing you guys' feedback, and especially if you guys like this budget-friendly meal. Of course, once again, add in your fresh foods. I'm all about having your fresh vegetables and your fresh fruit, but I just want to show you guys a different alternative if that's not possible for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and recipe, and I'll see you guys later.